Y'all ever heard of left lateral pelvic tilt? Because that's what I just discovered that I have. Looking at me now, you can probably see that it looks like I took a good side kick and I'm stuck in this position, this spinal position. I'm gonna just walk you through how I got to really realizing how bad my pelvic tilt is, my hip hike, because I really thought it was mainly sciatic problems, but what I've come to discover is that this pelvic tilt is what is causing the inflammation here and pressing on that sciatic nerve that's going down the leg. I'm just gonna run you through the discovery process for me, and maybe this will help you out on your own troubleshooting of yourself. So the symptoms that I'm having are pretty indicative of sciatic pain. We have one main nerve that's running down this leg, and that's our sciatic nerve. So I'm having no proper mobility in this right side of my body. Ankle pain, calf pain, not too bad in my quad, severe stiffness in this right glute area, and lower back pain predominantly on this right side. So these are all symptoms of sciatica. So I started tackling that problem, and that's what was prescribed to me, because if I were to tell you these symptoms, you'd say, yes, that sounds like sciatica. Let's put you on this physio plan to do this. So just like any normal work day, I was between work, the office, and showering and things, and I had my shirt off, and I needed to do a dead hang because I wanted to feel some relief before I kept carrying on with what I was doing. Luckily, this full-length mirror here I walked in front of, and I noticed how misaligned my spine was, like in my hips, and just how I was standing like this. That is what really threw me down the rabbit hole of trying to cure pelvic tilt. This is something that I've had happen to me before in way milder circumstances. When I was working trades and everything, I would load my right side up with bundles of rigid pipe and EMT and you name it, anything. I would just on my right side, and anything I'm doing, it's the right shoulder that takes the load. Anytime I'm cooking and at a desk, it's this pivot over. So I feel like this just accumulating over so much time really led it to where it's at now. And if I can't resolve it, then I can't do the things that make me happy, like the content I want to be making for this channel. So I'm in this very bizarre limbo stage that I'm starting to feel the payoffs of what I've been doing. I want to document what I've been doing, kind of put you on to the resources that have helped me. It's a lot of new things that I really wouldn't have probably found out if it wasn't for this happening. So you got to find the blessings in disguise. So I took a postural assessment, and I can show you how incorrect my posture is and what my body's doing to compensate the skeletal frame for these movements to occur, like walking and things. These are all just signals from the brain that are cued over time. For instance, you can see on me, it looks like I took a side kick on my left side and I'm shot over. And when I push myself back to the center, you can see that is what looks normal, but that is where pain is. So we have to work into this stage and then keep working in it to really set these motor functions in concrete, into the foundation of our mechanics. One of the greatest resources I've found to help me with this recovery is Neil Hallinan. I'll link everything on screen and below so you can go down the rabbit hole and binge watch everything you need to do. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm trying to get to my own training standpoint, and this just so happens to be where I am on that road. He's helping a ton in terms of mental fortitude of my knowledge and what's going on. It's taking me out of the dark. He's clearing the fog, and then he has a practical side of it, of things you need to be doing and teaching you things that are not only from an anthropological standpoint, but from a necessary standpoint of just being a human. So for instance, our right dominance, that is not a phenomenon. That is something that is coded into our being, and our structure really flowing down from our mandible. The amount of muscles that come into a conversion here, that really sets the tone for what's going on below. With our diaphragm, the right side of our diaphragm is bigger. And a very interesting thing that I like to say to my clients is to work on belly breathing. For instance, babies do this off the rip. Every breath is into that belly, and you'll see their bellies expand and collapse, as opposed to chest breathing or throat breathing. Because they haven't built this self-conscious mechanism or anything like that, they're in these natural rhythms. These are all things that we take out of the equation so we can appease societal nonsense. For me, I have permanently kind of sucked in my gut. I'm sure that's thrown my spine out of whack and things. So we're working on getting all these little things. I just need to not care, right? And that's the problem 99% of the time. So what I'm doing to overcome this focuses on my 3 principles of my training protocols, which is diet, exercise, and lifestyle. So what my diet looks like right now is no snacking, staying in that intermittent fasting window, and eating clean meats, fats, uncomplex veggies, and not eating the things that I know I shouldn't be eating, essentially. And on the training side of things, this just looks like some of the videos I've previously done, where it's just about moving daily. I want to keep my body and my mind working together, having to do things, having to squat, just moving through normal movements. It's nothing crazy. It's not muscle building stuff, and it's not very fun, but these all help with my body getting back into a normal rhythm. And on the lifestyle side of things, the most important one is recovery. I'm really trying to nail my hours for sleep and letting my body do what it needs to do, recalibrate, spend time figuring itself out so that I can reap the benefits of that. And it's stacking this day in, day out is what's showing me light at the end of the tunnel to that I can overcome this, and one day I'll wake up and go about my day without that pain. So that's where I'm at right now. In summary, I thought I had sciatic pain. Turns out it's left lateral pelvic tilt. There's a different protocol to recover from that. It's not about pushing the muscles into place. It's all about rewiring my brain to get these muscles working properly. And as I learn more about that, I'll share more about that. The physio for it is nothing crazy. It's doing things that you can do for sciatic pain, but just know that it's not going to necessarily resolve it. That's where I'm at for now. Episode 2 of Road to Recovery, and I'm on track. Let's keep going. Go get some XP.